Hello, my name is Anna Cerney, and I'm deaf. I've been a student here at Troy since I was an undergraduate. My presentation topic today is about Mexico, its communication and media. It's a synopsis of my research. I found it interesting, and I hope you do as well and learn something new. Communication and media in Mexico is multifaceted, including newspapers, radio, television, social media, media law, audience, and revenues. My first topic is about Mexican newspapers. I will show everyone my slides first before expounding upon them. Newspapers in Mexico have been around before they gained their independence from Spain in 1821, and there were several there since the 1700s. Mexican newspapers fall into two main categories, national news and regional news. And both of them also have niche areas they cover, such as financial news, sports, and political news. Recent research shows that national Mexican news follows modern trends, whereas regional news tends to follow their old ways still. Next, I have radio. With Mexican radio, their first broadcast was on October 9th, 1921, in the city of Monterrey, Nuevo León. Regular broadcast radio in Mexico was responsible for spreading the news of the Second World War to all regions of Mexico. More recently, the U.S. and Mexico's radio programming together has contributed to the greater awareness of various regional musical artists from Mexico. This was spearheaded by a man named Pepe Garza. Next, we have television. The first Mexican television broadcast came from the home of a gentleman named Guillermo Gonzalez Camarena in 1946. 2 weeks later, he created the first color television broadcast on August 31st, 1946. Hofstede studied the difference in cultures between USA and Mexico and found that they're quite divergent on three cultural dimensions. The first being power distance. Secondly, individualism. And thirdly, regarding the uncertainty avoidance. The author Crothers identified 4 types of humor that appear in US and Mexican television advertisements. These are affiliative, self-enhancing, aggressive, and self-defeating. It was also found that Mexican use of humor in television ads skews heavily towards the self-enhancing kind at 68%, whereas the US uses all 4 kinds. I thought that research was pretty interesting. Next, I have social media. Social media platforms that are available in the US are also available in Mexico. So they're the same in that regard. Research of different ethnic groups regarding their use of the internet within the US has shown that Latinos had the lowest percentage of usage at only 56% going online, and that's compared to 71% of white people and 60% of Black people using the internet. Next, in all, 59% of Latino adults have a cell phone, and 49% of Latinos who have cell phones use it to text. Mexicans also feel confident in using the internet for international news without worrying about censorship and find that that is a trustworthy source. Next, I have media law. In researching media laws in Mexico, I learned things I had never thought of before. Now, technically, Mexico has a free press, but it's also been understood that it's more free when they support what the government wants them to. One radio host lost her job when she raised questions about the president's possible alcoholism. Licensure and the threat of non-renewal is a way that the government uses to control the freedom of the press. Mexico's president vowed to lead an international effort to combat what he considers censorship by social media companies that blocked or suspended the accounts from US President Donald Trump. He said, quote, "I can tell you that at the first G20 meeting we have, I am going to make a proposal on this issue." I'd never thought about that before. I thought that was interesting. Here's my last topic, audience and revenues. It was interesting when I was learning about this through reading the statistics. I found that television hit high revenue levels in both 2017 and 2018 at 30 billion Mexican pesos, which is equivalent to 1.5 billion US dollars. However, 1/3 of those revenues were lost within 2 years, and the revenues decreased to 19 billion pesos for 2020. Newspaper revenues for 2021 were steady at just over 1 billion US dollars. I also found that annual growth of recorded music revenue for 2021 was at 17%, while the growth of streaming music services in Mexico was 24% for the same year, and it continues to expand annually. In summary, of all the research I did on Mexican communication in media, the points I found most interesting were that Mexico led the way by inventing color television and broadcasting it several years prior to the US. Also, internet services are similar between the two countries, but Latinos have a lower usage of computer-based internet and a larger usage of it through their cell phones. Here is a list of my references. I thank you for your attention. Goodbye.